On today's edition of Newsmakers, the importance of access to recreation and sport for youth. Welcome to Newsmakers. I'm Rosalind Horn. Today we're looking at the obstacles and access when it comes to recreational and sports opportunities for our local youth. Newsmakers' Jody Bushland has more as one local resident is recognized today for a program he started that provides plenty of access for local students.
He's never won the Stanley Cup or even come close to playing in the NHL, but today, Pioneer Park Public Schools custodian Steve Sanderson will have his name added to all those in the Hockey Hall of Fame. In a ceremony held at the school, Sanderson was presented with the RBC Local Hockey Leader Award.
I'm very honored. When I was a child, I always dreamed about being in the Hockey Hall of Fame, but as a player, of course, but now it's just an honor.
Sanderson created a hockey program for kids at the school free of charge who would otherwise have no access to hockey. Out of his own pocket and on his own time, he has secured ice time, purchased equipment, raised funds to do so, and taught the kids at Pioneer Park Public School so much more than hockey skills.
It's about all the values that go along with it. So when students are playing hockey, they have to show all the respect and all the behavior that is on the ice. They have to show that here at school as well.
Madison Campbell has played hockey for 4 years now, and much of that has had to do with Steve Sanderson.
I've had some tough times in hockey, so he's helped me with that. He's taught me a lot, so I'd probably thank him for everything he's taught me. When I had started the program, I had no idea about how to play.
Sanderson's recognition today is for his work on the ice, but also acknowledges his influence off the rink. The RBC Local Hockey Award also comes with a well-deserved $10,000 contribution to the Pioneer Park Hockey Club.
He's a leader to these children. He's been teaching them teamwork, discipline. He's been teaching them to be leaders. And they're our future business people and parents and community leaders. So it's not just the sport. That's a great part of it, but he's taught them so many life lessons.
Hockey's a great sport that way. It teaches discipline and teamwork. And I tell the kids right from day one that if you can master to the best of your ability hockey skills, anything else in life will come much easier.
In Kitchener, I'm Jody Bushland.
Thanks, Jody. Today we're starting off at Pioneer Park Public School in Kitchener as one of their staff members is being recognized for an ice hockey program that he has founded and has been running for the past several years. With me now is Steve Sanderson, and you're being honored today for founding the Pioneer Park Hockey Club. So tell me a little bit about the club and how it works.
It works. We have 70 children that are in the program. And it's open to all kids from grade 1 to grade 6. All the equipment is supplied, all the busing is supplied. It's just basically a grassroots hockey program. And on Wednesdays when we practice, the kids come back for breakfast club, so they get to eat before they start their school day. It's a very long day.
So tell me about how you first started this.
I got the idea about 15 years ago to bring hockey to as many kids as possible, and I had the dream if I ever got on the day shift, because I was working nights for so long, that I would try to get it going. So we started getting equipment about 15 years ago, and it's just taken off ever since. We're in our 8th year, and it just gets bigger and bigger every year.
And what has the reaction been from the community? Obviously, you needed a lot of support. So were there any challenges when you were going out and looking for help?
No challenges for volunteers with being hockey. I have a ton of volunteers. The challenge is always finding the financial help with the ice time and the busing, and the equipment is very expensive. But like I said, we have a lot of volunteers that are just amazing that just help us out whenever we need help.
So it sounds like a lot of work over the past several years, but also still on an ongoing basis. So what motivated you to start this, and what keeps you going?
What motivated me is that I remember as a child how expensive it was for my parents to afford minor hockey. It's just the cost is phenomenal. And I thought if I could give back to as many kids as possible that might not be able to experience the great game, I would do it. And that's how it started off.
So it had to be hockey for you. It wasn't just that you wanted to bring a sports club to this school?
It had to be hockey. I'm a die-hard hockey fan. I also coach, and minor hockey is great, but I wanted to give something a little bit different that the group of kids that might not be inclined to play hockey. So a lot of our, out of the 70 kids we have, only 2 play minor hockey, so we're hitting a target group that might not be able to play or might not even think about playing hockey.
So tell me about how this works. How often are the kids getting out there and playing, and how long does your season run?
We start in October and we go right till March. We're on the ice average from once to twice a week. It depends on how much ice time's available. We're before school, so yeah, we're on the ice usually about once a week, averages.
So you mentioned a lot of the students that you are reaching out to may otherwise not have this opportunity. Why do you think it is an important opportunity for them to have?
It's very important because it teaches teamwork. And what the program is that we target groups that we have a lot of new Canadians that come out where the parents might not want to fork out the big bucks to play hockey. We have a lot of females that don't have brothers that don't play hockey, so they come out, and it just takes off from there.
And we're here today because you're being recognized as one of the RBC Local Hockey Leaders. So tell me about your reaction when you heard about that recognition.
I was amazed. They called me Saturday. I don't think I've slept since. It was the financial help is amazing. It will take a lot of burden off the summer trying to raise money through hot dogs and stuff like that. So I was just amazed.
So one of the prizes with that is $10,000 to go towards your hockey initiative. So do you have specific areas where that money will go or that it can help out with?
Yeah, we'll help out with ice time and busing. We're up to about $5,000 a year, so just in busing and ice time. So it will go to ice time and busing for the children.
And has this turned into a community effort? How much support do you get from the school community, from parents, or from local businesses?
We get an amazing amount of support through parents. I also have a key group of parents that don't have children involved, that are from the community that help out, and they help out with the practices, running hot dog days, fixing the equipment. So, and that way it's really amazing.
So what did you think when you heard that your principal here at Pioneer Public School was the one that nominated you for this grant and this award?
I was really honored, and it was the principal and a group of parents, so I was quite thrilled that they did that for us, and I was quite honored.
And obviously the $10,000 grant for this initiative is good news, but also you get a couple of other prizes as well. Tell me about those.
Yes, I get to go down to the Hockey Hall of Fame to celebrate with the other winners, and I'm just really looking forward to being with a group of hockey enthusiasts.
And when you see the success of this program, what would you say to other people who may think, what a great idea, but a lot of work?
I wish other schools would pick it up. I think it's great for the kids. It is a lot of work, but when you see the kids, how much they get out of it, not just through hockey, but how their behavior in school picks up and their schoolwork picks up. And I wish other schools would pick it up.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time and congratulations. We'll be back with more Newsmakers in just a minute. Welcome back to Newsmakers. Today we are looking at access to recreation and sport for local youth, and with me right now from the City of Waterloo is David Smith, who's their General Manager of the city's Community Culture and Recreational Services Department. When we're looking at access to recreation for local community members, what does the City of Waterloo do to make sure that anyone that would like to take part in these sorts of activities can do so?
Well, accessibility to recreation is very important. We're fortunate in the City of Waterloo to have a fee assistance program for people that can't afford to pay that they can access. Plus, the city has been very aggressive in providing facilities that are available at no charge. We have lots of wonderful parks. We have our Waterloo Public Square. So if you want to recreate this summer, Waterloo is a place to be.
And what do you have in terms of community grants, not just for individuals who want to get involved, but what type of support do you have for local organizations that maybe want to provide a program themselves?
Sure. The City Council supports an annual grant process. It's called Community Cash Grants, and it's an annual process that community organizations can apply to, and we use a peer review grant process. So members of the community are invited to review applications, and we distribute funds each year.
So that's an annual process. So what type of timeline do people need to be aware of if they're interested in applying for some of that money?
Those grants are traditionally granted in the spring for the current year. So applications generally come in around November, and the city does a advertising campaign in the local paper and media advising groups that the date is approaching.
And is that similar for the fee assistance program for local residents as well?
Well, the fee assistance program is more flexible. People can apply at any time for that. They can just go into their local community center or go online and fill out an application and bring it in. And it's truly a wonderful program. We partner with the Region of Waterloo and Canadian Tire, the Jumpstart program, and people apply for it, and they can receive grants to up to $300 per individual to be applied for recreation programs here in the city.
Now, as the city is continuously working to provide not just recreational programs but facilities as well, there's a number of temporary closures that are coming up for this next couple of months. Tell us about some of the projects that are going to be happening.
Sure. We were very fortunate to receive funding from other levels of government for the rink infrastructure, so we have a number of closures coming up, but staff have been working very hard to make sure that the impact isn't felt that dramatically to the public. As an example, our Swimplex is going to be closed at the Waterloo Memorial Recreation Complex. It will be closed in June, July, and August for some very much needed infrastructure repairs, but we are putting extra programming into the Moses Springer pool, and what we're also doing is we have a relationship with WLU to use their pool for the summer during certain times. So we are, the pool will be closed at the rec complex, but we are ramping up programming at other locations. There are other closures that are happening. The track at the rec complex will also be closed for a period of time over the summer, and we've really tried to time these closures for when there is other options. The pool, obviously Moses Springer, will be open, and the track, we feel that people will be able to enjoy the outdoor weather, and that's why the timing of that closure.
And is there also construction now going on at the Albert McCormick Arena?
Yes, we're doing some floor replacements there, and we're doing that project right now actually, and that's so that we, that's kind of our shoulder season between the ice hockey season and the full summer floor usage. So that'll be up and operating again in a number of weeks.
And also an exciting project at Rim Park that's happening. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Oh yeah, that's a great program. That's almost a $6 million project, and again, we got funding from other levels of government, but the Waterloo Minor Soccer Club really stepped up and are donating almost $1 million to that project. And we are adding in 2 artificial turf lit